grew up at Alyth. I've been here since I was 7 years old. I was very involved in the youth department and grew up as a madracha. And I met my husband here. I knew that Alyth would need to create some form of community response and thought about some networking that we could do in order to reach out to as many members as possible. We each manage a team of volunteers who are making regular calls to certain members of our community, and they feed back those calls via email, and we have to log every single call that gets made, so we're keeping track of who has been contacted and when. At the beginning of COVID, we had quite a few people who were self-isolating and were not able to go and get food, so we have been in contact with the Alyth cycling team and lots of amazing members who have volunteered to drop food packages off. We also were involved with dropping honey cakes and organising the packaging and delivering of honey cakes for Rosh Hashanah to those that we have been calling throughout this time. The best thing has definitely been seeing the relationships that have blossomed throughout this time that wouldn't necessarily have blossomed previously. And lots of people coming back to me saying they're really grateful to have the opportunity to reach out with members of the community that they haven't previously met. I felt it was really important to volunteer in the community however I could, so I fit in the meetings and then just do the admin on days off or in the evenings. My day job is a midwife, so I'm doing 3 12.5-hour shifts a week, and then I fit in Alyth work on the side of that. I sleep whenever I can. I'm very tired all the time.
During COVID, I've been running the Alyth cycling community at your service. A group that's basically helped people who are self-isolating get the food they want, other produce, and just help out with anything where we can. When lockdown happened, I thought there's going to be a lot of people indoors and they were going to struggle with online ordering, and I thought as a community that I had that everyone would love to be able to help out, which they did. And we've been ordering food and delivering it for them, ordering online and pick up from various greengrocers and medication as well. We did a matzah run at Passover and honey cake delivery just for Rosh Hashanah as well. And then there were many who had little cravings. For instance, there's a 92-year-old lady who had a craving for chocolate, so a friend of mine just dropped off some chocolate when he was next passing. I really hope in the future, once the COVID is over, that we can still continue to help out the community, because this is why this Alyth cycling community was built, for the community. It's not about anything else except for helping, meeting and sharing with others.
I've been teaching people how to join Zoom and how to turn off their cameras, which is the most important thing when you join Zoom. And then if you press the view on the top right, you can see everyone else in the meeting, and you can see who else has joined. Or if you press speaker view, then that means you can see the rabbis or whoever's leading the service.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
So I've been helping people who tend to be maybe less digitally savvy. Yeah, the reaction's been really lovely. A variety of gasping because they think it's magic, to huge gratitude because I'm not just connecting them with a shul, but hopefully with members of their family as well. And actually working with people directly in the community and helping them has just been really lovely. I've met people that I might have seen from a distance but never really had a conversation with, and helped them one-to-one, and that's hopefully been valuable for them, but it's been really a positive experience for me as well.
I felt that a woman need to try and offer my services and help because life was going to change, I think, beyond recognition. How are you? And how's your week been? Some people I speak to weekly, others every 3 or 4 weeks. It doesn't take a lot of time, and I hope that it's been of some help. Some people have got a lot of support and a lot of family around, and they're well supported, and it's just a quick chat. Others, they're away from home, or they feel very isolated from their families. They can't see their close family, or only to distance through across car parks and things. So it's a range of things. COVID has been terrifying, overwhelming, but it has brought a lot of people together. It's a real family, and it's a real family. They support each other and care for each other.
My name is Cheryl Brodie, and I'm one of the co-leaders of the Refugee Drop-In. 15 different cultures and 20 different languages, and they all come together in the shawl and share their stories and build friendships and feel comfortable in a shawl, which is a really wonderful thing. What we did initially is do a telephone drop-in. We organised our volunteers. We had 20 volunteers who then made phone calls to our refugees. That very quickly showed us that they had quite acute needs. Some of them didn't have enough food. Some of them were spending a lot more on electricity. I started a food bank from scratch. And donations that came from mosques and from synagogues. I really appreciated for the first time in my life what living in poverty really, really means. And that will stay with me forever, I think.
My mum recently started doing adult ballet classes, and she was really upset that she could no longer do this, and the classes hadn't, going online to do class hadn't really happened yet. And so I started running a class for my mum, and then I was doing class every day, and I was like, oh, it would be very easy to transfer this, and why shouldn't I make this more available to other people? All you need is a chair. Not even, I think that people were using their mantelpiece, or you needed anything that you could hold on to that was roughly somewhere between your shoulder and your waist, and enough, I think I said enough room to throw your arms and legs out in all directions. I've really felt still part of the community rather than kind of watching from a distance and seeing everyone together. And I think to continue that would be great in some way to keep this Zoom life somewhat alive.
In lockdown, I led on Sway Away. It was surreal because you're used to doing everything as a whole, lots of chanting, lots of singing, being very noisy, and I love being noisy. This is my Sway t-shirt, and so our theme was elements this year. We were all in different bubbles. So my bubble was reception in year 1. I think we managed to do well to still have fun, still enjoy ourselves. We played quite a lot of sort of ball games and sort of chasing each other around, obviously socially distanced, and all those different things that we sort of adapted ourselves. And some of those adaptations I think we'll keep later on. You realise that some things can be done better than they were before. It was a really highlight of what was a pretty strange summer.
We haven't actually been to the building as leadership at all since COVID started.
It's really, really strange.
It's like live TV.
It's hard to call it a success, but I think us being able to be together in community virtually when we can't be together physically has been fantastic. But I think just that reminder of how much community means to us and how much we mean to each other has been something positive that's come out of COVID, and something that I think is unforgettable for us. COVID has been a time when volunteering in the community came into its own. People poured out their love and their generosity and their desire to look after each other at this time, and it's been amazing.
Even the security guys, the people who acknowledge that actually they would rather be outside on a Saturday morning than inside, still found ways to volunteer when the building was closed. And over Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, they all took turns moderating the Zoom feeds.
We declare that responsibility for the world with the second paragraph of the Aleinu.
There's all sorts of people who have found a way to help that they will carry on doing going into the future.
I miss the people. It's true.
You do. Like me, your favourite person.